What's up, it's Alpha Wolf with Wolfpack Gaming, and in today's video we're back to Marvel's Avengers to discuss the Red Room and why it's not an event. Fair warning, this video is not for the faint of heart. Shit's about to get real. Real quick before we get started with the Red Room shit show, if you enjoy the video and want to see more content like it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. With that out of the way, let's jump into it. First of all, to be completely clear, this is a video on the Red Room, not a video on an event, because the Red Room simply isn't that, and it's utter trash. It's genuinely pathetic and ridiculous for Crystal Dynamics to ever have advertised this as, or called it, an event for their supposed live service game. And it in no way whatsoever represents what an event should be in a live service game. So, I'm just going to be referring to it as a thing. This Red Room thing contains no cutscenes, no dialogue, no new story elements, or anything of the sort. What it does contain is an asset-flipped, recolored harm room, which we've all spent our fair share of time in already. Now, I won't lie to you. You'll have a blast with this thing if you're an 8-year-old child who enjoys playing the floor is lava during recess. But if not, you're probably wondering what the fuck is wrong with the developers and why they thought this was a good idea. Because the Red Room is nothing more than the original harm room, recolored red, with 5 slightly different layouts, where you're pitted against 5 waves of enemies, with the aforementioned children's game, The Floor is Lava, as an added touch. And it really seems like the only time you even die from the lava is when you shouldn't, and you're left scratching your head wondering what the fuck just happened. I mean, when Andy said the Red Room was challenging, he either lied because he doesn't know fuck all about their own game and didn't even play it, or he's just absolute trash at it. Because I wouldn't call dying to the lava under shady bullshit circumstances challenging. And to make matters even worse, the difficulty can't even be changed for this thing they call an event. It's locked to power level 120, so if you're above that, tough shit. And don't even get me started on all the bugs and issues with it. As if the Avengers game itself isn't enough of a shit show. With all the bugs, breaks, recolors, and other issues it has, well, surprise, the Red Room is no different. It's the famous Marvel's Avengers 3Bs. Bad, buggy, and broken. It's not at all fun, and that's if you can even play it. A large portion of the community can't even participate in this thing, because it's so broken that most people can't even get to the second wave of enemies because they won't spawn. So they can't complete it. And Crystal Dynamics apparently has no idea how to fix it, but wanted to make sure we all know.
Yes, we are totally aware there are a lot of issues with it.
But even though they're aware of it, they've made it clear they won't be extending the Red Room thing, despite the fact it's still broken and many people weren't able to play it at all.
The Red Room events and everything, these are meant to just have, they're smaller things to give you guys something to do while we work on War for Wakanda, while we work on Patrol Mode. And it's going to end on Tuesday. And when we do bring it back, we do totally intend to have those items or those bugs fixed. If not, like, an improved overall experience. But we will let you guys know before we bring it back, and it will be fixed. Super sorry that the wave thing is there. It is a terrible bug, and it is not a great experience, so apologies for that. But the next time it comes around, we'll hope to have all those issues fixed. So sorry again, I know that's not the answer you guys want, but it is unfortunately what's going to happen with it.
So you're all just fucked, and Crystal Dynamics thinks it's hilarious. But don't worry, everyone.
We totally know about that.
If it isn't bad enough that the entire Red Room thing is not at all genuinely new content, you're also forced to complete terrible tasks that Crystal Dynamics would call objectives in order to even gain any sort of rewards for any of it. None of the enemies within the Red Room drop loot, so it's pointless if you're trying to increase your power level. But when you do happen to defeat all 5 waves of enemies and complete one of the Red Rooms, prepare yourself for an amazing reward. A fucking comic book. But don't worry, because if you continue through each Red Room and complete all 5 of them, you'll get another fucking comic book. And another. And another. Because that's the kind of rewards we're all looking for, Crystal Dynamics. Good job. The one reward that I was somewhat interested in earning was the animated nameplate you get for participating, because I hadn't seen it yet. I was kind of excited. But, lo and behold, in order to get that, you have to complete at least 5 of the 7 objectives for this thing, get several hundred kills in it, play The Floor is Lava with hundreds of more enemies, collect a shitload of fragments from them, and complete all 5 different Red Rooms. That's asking a metric shit ton from us just to reward us with fuck all. Because the animated nameplate is literally a floor that's slightly moving and looks like shit. But, to my surprise, I was also awarded an exotic piece of gear for each character. Naturally, I got pretty excited and immediately went to look at the gear I had just earned on each of them. But then, I was not surprised to see that all of it was useless trash. Now I'll be honest, I used to really love this game, and for those of you who have been here since the beginning of my channel, know that from my other Avengers content. But unfortunately, I've just gotten so burnt out and exhausted with the way things have been going with this game. The last 2 so-called events were jokes. The first one literally added a setting to the game so we could all play as the same hero. A nice change, don't get me wrong, but not an event. And they even had the audacity to make it a limited time event, despite knowing that 99% of us wanted it to be permanent. Not just because we could play who we want, but also because of the fact that it made matchmaking much easier and faster, since there weren't limitations on having to find players that weren't playing the same hero. So we were able to actually play with other people again. I still want the game to succeed and get back on track, and, you know, I hope it does. But I just don't know if it's even possible anymore at this rate. Next month is the Cosmic Cube event. You can't see it, but I'm doing the thing with my fingers. You know. And hopefully, this time, it is actually something worthy of being called an event, and can provide a much better experience than we've had lately. To wrap things up, I know this video was far more real than the rest of my content, but I've decided that I'm not going to make content by pretending to be someone I'm not, simply to please others. While I wasn't pretending to be someone else in my older videos on Avengers, and I truly did love the game at that time, I haven't made any new ones lately because I was afraid to be honest and express how I truly feel about the game in its current state now. But I made the decision to be myself, and this video was born. If the developers get their shit together and the game improves, I'll happily continue to support the game as I was. Until then, I'll be speaking my mind and voicing how I truly feel about it. I truly appreciate all of you which have supported the channel and will always be grateful for each and every one of you. So hopefully the way I feel about the game currently doesn't change your support for me. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, everyone.